Welcome to another edition of Arizona Living. We're going to talk today about why moving is hard. Stay tuned! So guys, I put out a question on the community tab on YouTube. The question was, what are your biggest struggles with relocating to Arizona? And I got a whole bunch of responses, and I kind of made a little list of the 5 struggles you guys are having. So today's video is going to be covering those 5 specific questions. Number 1, finding a job. Yes, this can be a challenge anywhere, not just moving to Arizona. The employers prefer you to physically be here. I'm not going to lie. They prefer you physically be here, but is that absolutely mandatory? No. I've spoken to many people that were able to get a job while they still lived in another state. It's possible. The best thing you could do is, if with your current job, if you could transfer to a site that's over here in the Phoenix Valley. Lots of jobs in Phoenix, Tempe, and I'm not going to say Chandler. Intel's out there. There's a lot of jobs at Intel, but predominantly it's Tempe, Scottsdale, and Phoenix proper that you're going to find the most jobs over here. I highly recommend you start the whole process before you relocate. Get the headhunters engaged and working in your favor prior to relocating here. I don't want anyone relocating here saying, "Oh, Sam, you said it was so easy to find a job." I never said that. It takes time. With practice, you get real good at it. Me, my stats, when I first moved here, I had a hell of a time finding a job. But that was because of the story I was sharing. I was sharing way too much. They didn't need to hear all that. Once I tweaked it, my stats were 3 out of 9. Out of 9 interviews, different companies, I was offered 3 jobs. Now for me, that sucks. Back in the day, I had 50% stats back in the day. I would interview at 10 places, I get 5 offers. So that's jobs. Question number 2. What are the areas for retirees that don't enjoy playing golf? Now, there are tons of communities here. Tons, and a lot of 55 and over communities, which is what I assume you're referring to. They're gonna have communities with different things. You're gonna have some that have like a clubhouse that has like a pool and a pool table and activities like that. I would say to you, the most important thing is not so much the community. I think the important thing is that you live in like a real city that has access to real stores and activities and things like that. Some people really like Goodyear. You know, it's close to the stadium. It's not that far from Phoenix proper. Some people like Ahwatukee. Some people prefer Tempe. You got to come out here and experience it for yourself. Some people live in like Maricopa, not the county, the actual city. Me, I mean, it's a little sparse out there for my taste. I'm in Gilbert. Gilbert is great. I am enjoying living in Gilbert. Would I prefer Prescott? Yes, I would. Is it boring? Yes, Prescott's very boring, but I'm an older guy. I don't need all that much activity. But my wife, she wants to stay in Gilbert, so guess what? We're gonna stay in Gilbert, and I'm gonna make a go with this YouTube thing. Let me go off on a tangent while we're at it. I've been thinking about starting a new channel, and I was talking to my buddy Jarrett New with Vinyl Eyes. I'll post a link below to his channel. And he was like, "Bro, just stick with what you got. You know, you need to emphasize your personality a little bit more. You need to really be, basically capitalize on the audience you got already. Just go full in." And so I'm going to take his advice. I'm going to forget about starting another channel. I'm going all in. So that's a warning to you other guys that make videos about Arizona. I'm coming for you. So the answer number 2, the question about what communities are for retirees that don't like golf, you need to come down here for yourself and see what they have to offer. And again, I wouldn't focus your attention on the community. I would focus on the city. Number 3, moving to Arizona from abroad, meaning from another country. I am not an immigration specialist. However, I will tell you a couple things. One of my favorite shows is 90 Day Fiancé. That's where an American wants to marry someone from overseas, and then the person from overseas comes here on a visa, A1 visa I think it's called, and then within 90 days they got to get married or else they get kicked out. That's one of my favorite shows because it is full of drama. I have a buddy of mine, Samir Kumar. He lives in Jersey. He actually moved here for a little bit and he didn't like Arizona and he moved back. He's one of the many people I know that did that. But anyway, back then he was a practicing immigration attorney. He has his own practice. I don't know if he still does it now, but his specialty was to help wealthy Indians relocate from India to here legally. So I don't know if an attorney is necessary, but I do believe it does help. You're going to need to be financially stable, and it's difficult from what I've been told and expensive to be able to get your visa. And it takes a long time. So I don't know the ins and outs, but there's something called Google. You can go check it out. The fourth thing is getting a license plate. That's not a big deal. You gotta go to motor vehicles over here to get your license plate. Now let me warn you. If you have a newer car, they are going to kill you with the registration fee. The newer your car is, they hit you hard, man. I mean, really, really hard, like ridiculous, like $500 plus for your car registration. But if your car is older, they don't charge you nearly as much. It's affordable. So I don't know why they do it that way, but they do. Another thing, another little tidbit, and I made videos about all these different things. I'll post cards above for all the times I made videos, but something that shocked me, your license, the actual license you get here in Arizona, they like throw a crazy number, like 30 years to it. Because when I first got it, I was like, this gotta be a mistake. There's no way this thing expires that far in the future. It does. I don't remember. One of you guys probably knows. Comment below. Let the rest of the Zonies know how far off your license is for the expiration. I think it's when you turn 60, actually, if I recall. I could be wrong. And number 5, the biggest question I got was, are there places you could rent month to month while you're looking for a permanent residence in Arizona? The answer is yes. However, if you're going month to month, it's going to be expensive. I actually had almost kind of like a month-to-month arrangement. When my house was being built and we sold the house we had in Avondale, we temporarily lived in an apartment that was near where our new house was being built, right? And construction took forever. So essentially, I think we got like a 4-month agreement, and then after that we went month to month, and it was expensive. I'm told here in Arizona, $1,100 a month in rent is expensive. In New York, you can't get anything for $1,100 a month. My cab driver, last time I was there a couple weeks ago, this guy was telling me in Brooklyn, a 2-bedroom, $2,800 a month. $2,800 to rent a 2-bedroom house that is small. It wasn't even a house, a 2-bedroom apartment that was small. Let me repeat that. $2,800, 2 bedrooms, small apartment. That's insane. Why would you do that? Is it really that great to live in New York? Is it really worth that price? I don't think so. So that concludes another edition of Arizona Living. Be sure to like, subscribe, let me know below. Are there any questions I missed? What are your biggest struggles with relocating to Arizona? Till next time!